me. I like that. When I was young, I had 2 pair of leaves. Besides that, the pinstripes and the gray. The one I wore on Mondays and Wednesdays. While niggas flirt, I'm sewing tigers on my shirt and alligators. You wanna see the inside? I see you later. They come the drama. Oh, that's that nigga with the fake. Wow, why you punch me in my face? Stay in your place, play your position. Become my intuition. Go in this nigga pocket, rob him while his friends watch it, and hoes clock it. Here comes respect. His crew's your crew, or they might be next. Look at they man, big man, they never try, so we roll with them. Stole with them, I mean loyalty. Niggas bought me milks at lunch. The milks with chocolate, the cookies, butter crunch, 80 lunch, 80 lunch. Long as I got stuff for most of them soft. Even when I was wrong, I got my point across. They depicted me the boss. Of course, my orange box cutter make the world go round. Plus I'm fucking bitches ain't my homegirls now. Start stacking, dabbled in crack, gun packing. Nickname Medina, made the scenes, took my Ninas. From gym class to in-glass, pass off for global. The only nigga with a mobile. Can't you see like total? Getting larger in waist and taste. Ain't no telling where this felon is heading. Just in case, keep a shell at the tip of your melon. Clear the space. Your brain was a terrible thing to waste. Realizing to master enterprise, and I ain't have to be in school by 10. I then began to encounter with my counterparts to how to burn the block apart. Break it down into sections. Drugs by these selections. Some use pipes, others use injections. Syringe sold separately. Frank the deputy, quick to grab my Smith & Wesson like my dick was missing. To protect my position, my corner, my layer. While we out here, say the hustler's prayer. If the game shakes me or breaks me, I hope it makes me a better man. Take a better stand, put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Motherfucker. 88. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Take a better stand, put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the free sky's the limit. A nigga never been as broke as me. I like that. When I was young, I had 2 pair of leaves. Besides that, the pinstripes and the gray. The one I wore on Mondays and Wednesdays. While niggas flirt, I'm sewing tigers on my shirt and alligators. You wanna see the inside? I see you later. They come the drama. Oh, that's that nigga with the fake. Wow, why you punch me me in my face, stay in your place, play your position. Here come my intuition. Go in this nigga pocket, rob him while his friends watch it, and hoes clock it. Here comes respect. His crew's your crew, or they might be next. Look at they man, big man, they never try, so we roll with them. Stole with them, I mean loyalty. Niggas bought me milks at lunch. The milks with chocolate, the cookies, butter crunch, 80. Long as I got stuff from most of them soft. Even when I was wrong, I got my point across. They depicted me the boss. Of course, my orange box cutter make the world go round. Plus I'm fucking bitches ain't my homegirls now. Start stacking, dabbled in crack, gun packing. Nickname Medina, made the scenes, took my Ninas. From gym class to English, pass off for global. The only nigga with a mobile. Can't you see like total? Getting larger in waist and taste. Ain't no telling where this felon is heading. Just in case, keep a shell at the tip of your melon. Clear the space. Your brain was a terrible thing to waste. Realizing to master enterprise, and I ain't have to be in school by 10. I then began to encounter with my counterparts of how to burn the block apart. Break it down into sections. Drugs by these selections. Some use pipes, others use injections. Syringe sold separately. Frank the deputy, quick to grab my Smith and Wesson like my dick was missing. To protect my position, my corner, my layer. While we out here, say the hustler's prayer. If the game shakes me or breaks me, I hope it makes me a better man. Take a better stand, put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Motherfucker.
All right, guys. What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Man, all right. So, a bit of a different flow tonight. Tonight is Saturday night. Honestly, it doesn't really feel too much different because we're usually on at this time on a Monday anyway. But, and for whatever reason, it doesn't feel like we were on yesterday.
It really doesn't.
Yeah. Doesn't really feel like a Saturday, to be honest, but it is what it is, and it is a Saturday, and it's a special Saturday Unscripted, man. As you guys know, the reason we're on Saturday is because I'm going on vacation during the week, so I will not be in the Windy City for Monday's show, or what is usually Monday's show. So I want to thank everybody going out of their way to be here, whether you're here in chat, whether you're here in on the replay, and I want to thank Sir K for doing this, man. So doing this for me,
yeah, man.
So I appreciate it. So yeah, man. We obviously don't have Monday Night Raw to talk about, so that's a little weird. But
That's weird.
Yeah, we do have SmackDown to talk about. We can talk about SmackDown. It was a pretty okay episode. There's definitely some talking points for the show. And then obviously we're going to start you guys off with AEW Dynamite, man. So this week's episode of AEW Dynamite was pretty damn good. It was definitely unlike the Dynamites we've been seeing, which in my honest opinion have just been there. It's just been there on a Wednesday to watch. So, yeah.
Exactly, man.
But not this episode. This episode felt very good. It felt very good, man. So, that was nice. That was nice, for sure. Um, and SmackDown had some pretty interesting stuff on it, man. We had the debut of Cameron Grimes, debut of Grayson Waller. We had their triple threat bracket tournament thing. Same thing they did on Monday. We had the Bloodline telling their story, furthering it, which was very, very good stuff. We had this very odd championship celebration segment with Bianca Belair. That was just weird. Um,
It's weird.
yeah, but we'll get into all that good stuff, man. But yeah, man. Other than that, bro. Other than that, that was pretty much a week of wrestling, man. And obviously, nobody talked about Rampage, so yeah, that's completely thrown out the window. That's just about as useless as mentioning um, NXT and Ring of
Yeah,
Honor at this point.
exactly. Just nothing anyone could ever care about.
Absolutely. So, yeah, man, let's go ahead and jump right into the intro, bro. So, what is going on, guys? We are back with yet again another edition of the Notorious podcast, man. Another edition of Notorious Unscripted. And with that, if this is your first time watching, and you guys do not know how the show works, man, every Monday after Monday Night Raw, we are on here with Unscripted, and every Friday, we are on here at 4 p.m. Central with the news, man. Unfortunately, this past Friday's edition of the news, or yesterday's edition of the news, isn't up yet, but I am probably going to get those up for you guys tomorrow night after I hit the road, so you guys have some NHP to listen to all week on all platforms. But if you guys do not know where to find us, man, you can find us all of our platforms. We are on Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and if you want to see it first, join us right here. Like I said, usually Monday after Monday Night Raw for Unscripted, and Friday at 4 p.m. Central for the news, man. So with that, if you guys have not got a chance to get your hands on some of the official Notorious Heels podcast merchandise, you guys can now find this live on the merch shop. That is bonfire.com. Link is at the top of the description of this very video and in either mine or Sir K's social media pages, man. And with that, you can get all 8 of these beautiful designs available in more than just a t-shirt live on the merch shop. You got the Chicago flag design, the Chicago skyline design, the base logo design, the best kept secret to the IWC, the Riddler inspired IWC's best kept secret design, the scratch logo, the only community that matters, the uncrowned kings of the IWC, the Biggie inspired shirt, and the Christmas merch, man. So again, all 8 of these beautiful designs are available for you guys on bonfire.com. Link is at the top of the description of this very video and in either mine or Sir K's social media pages, man. So with that, if this is your first time watching and you guys do not know who we are here at the Notorious Heels podcast, I am Johnny Mayhem, one half of the host of this very show. And as for the other half, we got my man Sir K here. How's it going, man?
Going good, man. Going good. Just been chilling out, man. Been pretty normal lately. Been pretty normal. Um, just been chilling, man. Just been chilling, waiting for Double or Nothing weekend, and just waiting for that, man. Speaking of what Logan's talking about in the chat, man, that
Bro.
shit made my fucking day, bro. Those tweets from his hacked account, Matt Hardy's hacked account, absolutely fucking hilarious, man. That dude that hacked him is gold. I mean, it sucks that he got hacked, but that shit was funny as hell. But I'm great, man. I'm doing great. Bronte always asks, man, how's life? How's the family? How's life's good, man, and the family's good. What about everybody in chat? What about you, bro? How you doing today?
Yeah, man, I'm good, bro. I'm good. Nothing too much going on, bro. Nothing too much going on. Just getting ready for a nice little getaway. Nice little getaway. So that's exciting. But other than that, bro. Other than that, man, nothing much at all. So yeah, that's that, man. So yeah, other than that, nothing too much, bro. Nothing too much. So as Durante always asks, I'm good. Family's good. What about you, Durante? And how's everybody else doing, man? Pops, Logan, Bell, Rich, Anthony. You guys, I told you, Anthony. You guys know who you are, man. Yeah. And how the hell are you guys, man? Thank you guys for being here. Can't forget about my guy JT as well. Forgot about him. Well, I didn't forget about him, but I almost did. But yeah, bro. So other than that, dude, really nothing too much, man. Just getting ready, like I said, for the vacation, and then Double or Nothing, bro. So that should be a movie. I'm excited, man. I'm excited for it. Yeah.
Hell yeah,
So
man.
yeah, that's that, bro. So yeah, man, I guess we could just go ahead and start you guys off with the week of Dynamite. Week of Dynamite, man. Like I said, this Dynamite felt like a very good episode of AEW Dynamite, man. Definitely not what I'm used to. In terms of how Dynamite has been the past couple weeks. And it's been like that for a minute, but
Yeah.
you guys get the point. So we started this show off with Orange. No, I'm just kidding. Thankfully,
Thank God.
bro. Man,
Yeah.
when I played Dynamite and I seen something just based off the fact that I did not have to hear Orange Cassidy's theme music or see him already in the ring genuinely made me very happy. I'm so tired of this dude making the show. I don't know why they would make him the show opener, but man.
You don't got it like that, bro. I don't know what they think that man is. He ain't nearly that good, man. And I'm glad he didn't open this fucking show.
Yes. Instead, we got another one of Tony's concepts. Another one of Tony Khan's super cool concepts. A double Jeopardy match. Dude.
Like, what?
Why are you putting two champions in the ring together in a non-title match and the winner gets a shot at the other's championships? What the fuck? So to explain the concept here of the double Jeopardy match, also they gave Claudio new theme music.
Oh, wow, I didn't notice that.
Yes. After he picked up the victory, there was I don't even know what it sounded like. It just sounded like a bunch of just
Noise.
not scary, like, trumpets. Like, it definitely sounds like it's trying to be scary, but it's not doing that at all. I don't know what was wrong with his other song, but whatever. So Phoenix obviously is a tag champ, and Claudio was the world champ. So if Phoenix wins, he gets a shot at the world title for Claudio. And if Claudio wins, then Claudio and a partner of his choosing get to challenge the Lucha Brothers for the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships. So that's the double Jeopardy match. Fucking Tony Khan and his concepts. I mean, what?
Like, what? No.
Yeah.
Don't do this, Tony. Just no.
Yeah, please. Definitely. That's... I don't know, man. I'm not really the biggest fan of putting two champions in the ring together when one of them has to lose, and one of them did lose because Claudio picks up the victory here. So a partner of his choosing, which obviously there's really only 3 men in contention, get to challenge for the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships.
Like, why? This is just filler garbage.
Oh my god.
Yeah, see more of these tweets, bro. They're not popping up for me on the website version. Oh, they kind of are. Oh, the dude added Twitter support and said, "Help this man out." Oh my god.
That is absolutely fucking hilarious, bro. What did Matt Hardy do to deserve this, bro?
Like, well, of all people you could hack, you did it to Matt Hardy, bro. Come on.
Dude, he should have
Uh,
got TK.
dude, that would be the dream. Someone just
Start fucking tweeting at Triple H.
fucking
Oh my god, bro, that would have been fucking hilarious.
had Triple H start tweeting at AEW.
Oh my god, bro. That's fucking hilarious. So Claudio picks up the victory here against Phoenix. So him and a partner of his choosing get a chance to face the Lucha Brothers for the tag team championships. So that was that. After this, in what was a really cool part of the show and a really cool cliffhanger type moment, a part of the show, and I really like this this touch on the show, was Renee is running around frantically backstage, and she's telling the cameraman to follow her, and they walk up to Miro. They walk up to Miro as Renee says, "Miro, what are you doing here?" He does nothing but stare off into the distance. The camera pans out and shows that he is actually staring at a door that has the name Tony Khan written on it, and he goes in to get it back in blood for Triple H. So,
Man, oh,
yeah, but on a serious note, he walked in and we didn't hear another thing from him. So that was a really nice touch and a really cool cliffhanger. Dude, I've been hearing those stories about them putting LA Knight in a tag team. This is why you should have fucking put him on fucking Monday Night Raw, bro. I don't understand why that man was kept on SmackDown, but he is way too over to be wasting his fucking time, bro. I mean, seriously.
exactly, man. How even under the Triple H regime, when someone naturally gets over, they still don't do anything with them. That is insane that that's still happening in its current day and age.
Yep, good old SmackDown, bro. That show is cursed until those world championships are free. Those guys have nothing to fight for. Nothing.
2020, goddamn.
Not a damn thing. So Miro goes into the office. Miro goes into the office, and yeah, that was that. So another thing that I
Mm-hmm.
really liked on tonight's show was these little oh, my bad. What were your thoughts on the Miro segment?
Thought it was shocking, man. I did not expect that at all, man. I like the way that they did it, man. I like how he showed up, didn't say a word, and then right into Tony Khan's office, man. The man he's been beefing with on Twitter. Well, not directly. It was more of his wife doing it for him. Um, but we all know he was disgruntled, man. And him just going into the boss's office and them not acknowledging that on TV was really interesting, man.
Absolutely, man. It was a really nice touch. It was a really nice touch on the show. And Logan, I'm not going to tell you again.
Stacked at every SummerSlam, dog.
WrestleMania 41. All,
2028, baby.
all of us are going to be there to see it.
WrestleMania
2025.
45.
Oh my God. Bro. Look, man. Let's go until Mania. At that point, Cody Rhodes might have, at that point, dude, Cody Rhodes might have lost so much momentum. People may want to see Roman Reigns beat him.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see the fans wanting them to beat him again. And when he wins, they'll be pissed at Cody.
It's fucking Cody, man.
Uh,
So, okay. So another thing that happened on the show, um, an- that is true.
mm,
Another thing that happened on the show was, we got throughout the night, 4 vignettes that were just beautiful, talking about, from all the 4 pillars, talking talking about their road to AEW and pretty much why they're going to be the next AEW World Champion. So the first one was from MJF. He talked about the huge gap between him and the other four pillars. He said, they were all great. They were all, fantastic in their own right, but the gap between MJF and the other three is just too big for them to handle. So that was MJF's part. He also talked about the huge list of names he's beaten: Bryan Danielson, CM Punk, Cody
17.
Rhodes. I mean, he was name dropping like a motherfucker, man. John Moxley, he mentioned. He mentioned a bunch of people, man. And now that I think about it, we've never seen Kenny Omega anywhere near MJF in AEW.
That is true, man. They're saving that. I know they're saving that. That's gonna be crazy one day.
Damn. I don't know why that just popped in my head, but it did. Damn. Those guys have been on never, not once cross paths. Wow.
No, not yet, man. That shit's gonna be crazy the day that shit happens.
So that was that, and then after this, the AEW Tag Team Champions came out, FTR, to talk about the challenge that was laid down by Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett. Dude.
Literally said, don't waste FTR's first reign back second reign on this group. And what are they doing?
How do you think this is compelling television? What about Jeff Jarrett is so interesting to the point where you have to continuously put him in a title match on pay-per-view?
I'm sick of it, dog. I really am.
I mean, what the fuck, man? You can't build up anybody?
They really fucking can at this point. I don't know what the hell that they're doing.
Dude, Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett come out to interrupt them. Mark Briscoe comes out, and the story here... we asked for a fucking story in AEW, and when we get it, it's shit like this. Mark Briscoe is being used because he's close to FTR. He's being used by Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett to find out FTR secrets. Is this seriously compelling to people? Do people like to see this kind of stuff? I mean, seriously.
This is damn near the same shit they were doing with the Usos before they left.
Oh, God. God, you have no idea the kind of bad memories you just brought back to my brain. I'm oozy hot. Oh, my God. Shaving backs. Oh, God.
I loved it.
Oh, what a waste. What a waste of a feud that was. That could have been such an epic feud as well. I mean, good Lord. Anyway, so Mark Briscoe comes out here, and he's trying to get everyone to calm down. He brings a bottle of, I'm assuming, liquor, and some cups. He hands everybody a cup. Sanjay Dutt pours his drink. He pours his drink and he spits it in Dax's face. Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett and Dax Harwood, everybody starts brawling. Mark Briscoe's about to pull them apart. Oh, by the way, Mark Briscoe is the special guest referee for their tag team match at Double or Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
This is what FTR is doing on pay-per-view.
We know how they're going to win the match. FTR is most obviously Mark Briscoe is most obviously still their friend. So he's going to side with FTR. Come on, guys. Why are you doing this?
Yep. And the way they're building it is exactly for that. because Jay Lethal shoved Mark Briscoe into Dax while Dax couldn't see. Dax gave his ass a spike pile driver, and he didn't know who the fuck it was. It could have been his fucking daughter for all he known. And he just spike pile drivers the man. And then he realizes who it was. He, crawls over there and, starts, trying to help him or whatever. But they were saying, oh, how is Mark Briscoe going to feel about Dax Harwood giving him a spike pile driver? They're trying to obviously make you think he's not going to turn, he is going to turn on FTR when he is not. He's still their friend, and he's going to side with them because he knows that Lethal and Jarrett are using him. So,
it's completely pointless, man. I hate when they try to set up like fake beef that's obviously not going to be real, and they just go with it on TV. I hate that so much.
Definitely, man. With that, next, Chris Jericho had a backstage segment where he was talking about how Adam Cole made work an unsafe work environment. Roderick Strong. Oh, so he got Adam Cole banned from the arena for Chris Jericho matches. Roddy comes up, challenges him to a Falls Count Anywhere match. And he says, I actually have legal clause too. So Adam Cole and the JAS are banned from the arena for the Falls Count Anywhere match next week with Roddy and Chris Jericho, which obviously I could easily just see them fighting outside the arena and having everybody get involved. So
it's gonna be some bullshit like that, man. You know it. But I mean, Chris Jericho getting ready for his feud with Punk, getting that legal stuff ready. He's smart.
That is true. That is very true. Chris Jericho is getting the legal stuff ready for like 9 months of hush hush and no contact with him. He's gonna be a Dynamite guy in no time.
Oh yeah.
So, next we get Sammy Guevara's vignette.
Little vignette.
This one has Chris Jericho as well as Sammy talking about what he's done in AEW. Then Chris Jericho is on here. Most of these guys, except for MJF, had somebody talking about them as well, and it was a really, really nice touch. This one had Ty in it, Sammy's wife. She was talking about how hard he works and all that. Chris Jericho said from the moment he was brought into AEW, he was never meant to be a lackey or anything like that. He was just meant to be put under the learning tree of Chris Jericho so he can blossom his talent, which was just a really nice touch. And I really liked just how much focus and thought and effort they put into this. They did show more clips of Cody Rhodes, which just, they've been bringing that man up a lot. It's just genuinely making me LOL at this point.
It really is, man. It's just hilarious. I love when they bring up Cody.
Yeah, so so Sammy talked about how he's won a bunch of championships. He showed his display case of the TNT championship and the AAA mixed tag titles that he won, and he showed an empty case that he was getting ready for the AEW World Championship. So very, very cool to see, and a greatly produced thing, man. I mean, what a concept is production value. So
exactly, man. I really like these, and Guevara's was really good, man. I like what they did with him. And Guevara, man, he's been on that likable streak, man. I hope after this feud ends that they could keep it up, man. I really hope so, man.
Absolutely, man. The next slot in the show was Tony Khan talking about how Tony Khan was talking about his announcement. He said that AEW has great content already, but he thinks they can produce even more great content. He says, stay tuned to next week because we have a huge announcement. So this is obviously the announcement of Collision and hopefully the announcement of AEW partnering up with HBO Max or Max to distribute the pay-per-views onto, man. I would absolutely love that. I've been waiting for that for the longest time ever.
Definitely, man, definitely. It was funny as hell though. At that time on TV, he had Miro and Thunder Rosa in his office, and he was just out there doing that announcement, bro. That came off so funny on TV.
Oh, that's
That
true. I
shit
didn't even think about that.
bro
This
just,
man said, hold
oh,
on a
give me
minute.
a minute. I got it. Like Bill said in the comments yesterday, it was an announcement to an announcement, man. Classic TK moment right there. But I can't wait. I can't wait to get that collision announcement finally, and I hope they announce something with Max, man. I really do, man. I really do.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. So, then, just waiting for our favorite part of the show, man. He's finally here. The
Ugh.
international champion. Orange Cassidy comes out. He comes out to Plain Jane. And he comes out with his book bag. And he's facing Daniel Garcia. He's facing Daniel Garcia here in what was a pretty good match. They worked the hand. I don't know if his hand is hurt or something, but they did work the hand, and that was that, man. It was nothing more than a match, and Orange Cassidy slips away with another victory under his belt. So this is like 22 defenses for Orange Cassidy with that championship, and I still have yet to care about any of them.
Exactly, man. The fucking international title, whatever. Don't care about fucking. I don't care about Orange Cassidy, man. Please get that title on somebody I fucking care about.
Seriously, bro. So after this, we got a vignette, or not a vignette, a little backstage interview of Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker, and then on the other hand, the Outcasts, talking about how Sheeta turned their back on them when she thought that she was going to be cool with them, and yeah, they just hype something up for next week. Ruby said something about them showing them violence next week or something like that, but
I
yeah.
think it was a trios match. I think it was Outcast versus. I think it's. I think it's weird. They're pairing. I don't think Sheeta's in that match next week.
Is it
I
Willow?
don't think she. I think I don't know if it's Willow, but I don't think it's Sheeta either. I don't know if she can make it next week.
Mm. Yeah,
Which I like.
I think they said she was in Japan or something like that.
Mhm. So I think it's just gonna be somebody random next week. It might have been Sky Blue. I don't fucking know at this point, man.
Hmm.
Um, can this shit just end, man? Can it please just fucking end?
No kidding. No kidding, bro. So next we have Christian Cage and his monster, Luchasaurus, coming out. Um, they came out here, bro, to talk about Wardlow and the TNT Championship. They were informed that Wardlow was not backstage. So Christian just absolutely took the opportunity and ran with it here because he said to Wardlow, he said, you know, he said something about, he said, I'm not gonna, he said, everybody knows that about Jungle Boy's father, but I'm not gonna go there with you because let's be honest, your father wasn't famous and nobody cares about him. What?
Dude, I, I miss Christian, bro. I miss seeing this man on TV on the regular, man. That
This
dude is a
man,
menace. Maybe
this
it was him that hacked Matt Hardy.
maybe it was, bro. This man is absolutely hilarious, bro. So he said he's not gonna go there with Wardlow because, like he said, let's be honest, your dad wasn't famous and nobody cares about him. Um, but he pretty much just talked about how he was gonna take the TNT Championship, bro. But that was pretty much it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it wasn't bad, man. It was fun seeing Christian be able to do his, heel stuff, man. Dude, when the fans started chanting Edge is better, that shit
Dude,
had me dying, bro. I fucking love that shit.
dude,
It,
absolutely hilarious.
it is
Absolutely,
better. That's insane.
absolutely hilarious. But yeah, man. So that was that. That was that, man. And Christian, dude, it's absolutely insane that Vince never seen anything in Christian like he seen it in Edge.
I swear, man. Especially when Christian had this in him the whole time.
Seriously, bro. And even like when he was a heel in 2011, fucking 12 years ago, golly, 12 years ago, it like he was still like even pretty good, and he was a really good baby face as well. He was a really good baby face.
Mhm.
But yeah, I genuinely do not know how they just seen bland in Christian. He's a great wrestler. He's fucking fantastic. Um
Definitely, Logan. I respect that, man. I don't know. Something about old man Edge just don't do it for me, man. I don't
um
know.
I like Edge. I like Edge.
That's just
I don't think I think a lot of people put him on like this like god level tier, but I think Edge is really good. I think Edge still has stuff in the tank. We've seen it against Finn last year, so we know he's got, bangers in him. But
they, s- the fans still portray Edge as like prime Edge, and he's not prime Edge anymore.
yeah.
He's
Yep.
quite pretty far from it, man, to be honest. So, not
So
saying he's bad at all, but
I think in their prime though, in the ring, I would honestly have to give it to Christian.
oh yeah, but I think in their prime, man, the best part about Edge was his vibe and how he acted and his
Yeah.
coolness. That's what made him the rated R superstar, man. I'd still probably give it to Christian, even though I do respect that Logan. I mean, they're both great in the ring, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely respect the hell out of that take, but I think when it comes to personality, um, and charisma, I'll give it to Edge. If we're
Hmm.
talking them in their prime, both of
Yeah,
them in their prime, but I would also give in the ring in their prime to Christian for sure.
I respect that, definitely, man. The thing about Edge that did elevate him was the spear, man. That is a finisher that can elevate anybody, man. And to me, I've never been crazy, for the kill switch. It's a great name, but I never go crazy for the finisher itself, man.
Oh, I love
But
that
it
finisher.
it really was the spear that also elevated Edge a lot in the ring.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Yeah, Edge. I mean, Edge's vibe and personality too. I think tips him over the edge. Definitely, where if we were to play a game or this or that, I think a lot of people would give it to Edge, including me. Just for that alone, and his heel run with Lita. I mean, that stuff is just can't be touched. Um,
I mean, for the words of Matt Hardy, he would have fuck lead it too.
bruh. No, I think I never got the vibe that Christian would work a
No,
slow
that's
pace.
right.
I always enjoyed Christian's work a lot. I think Christian is so underrated. I think Christian is one of the most underappreciated talents ever. He's just
Definitely,
that
man.
good.
He
Um,
really is, man. And Old Man Christian, one of my favorites, man.
yes, and Old Man Christian as a character is absolutely just
That's
beautiful. It's
peak.
fantastic.
That shit is perfect, man. He's
That
such a prick, and it's hilarious.
that man is just a fucking menace, bro. A true menace.
Like, I just
But yeah, I always enjoyed Christian's work. For sure.
two goats, two goats.
Definitely. Um, so yeah, man, that was that. Um, that was that. Yeah, and then yeah, he just continued talking about Wardlow, and then he just walked off. So, um, then next we got the. Oh, also before he left, he told the crowd to kiss his ass, and he walked away. Fucking
Fucking
Chris.
A, man. Gotta love the fucking guy.
So,
Dude, please let him face punk at some point. Just
bro,
get those two in front of each other, man.
bro, if we do not get a Christian Cage and CM Punk program, I'm going to be very upset. Dude, they could recreate the promo where Punk goes, "Can you stop bitching and bitching and bitching and bitching, bro?"
Dude,
So,
Christian can do that to Punk easy, man.
dude, oh my god, they need to recreate that. So, so next we got Darby Allin's vignette. He talked about how his lifestyle outside of wrestling plays to his style in the ring. He talked about how skateboarding and doing jumps plays into his style because it is his fearless mentality. He said, "Dude, this man is so fucking insane, bro." He opens the thing by saying, "Yep, this is my house that I used to drive my car off of," and then it just fucking shows a video of him in a car just flying off the roof of his house into like a trailer. Like, bro, what the fuck?
It's crazy, man. Like when they showed his dad, that shit was hilarious, man.
Oh, even Darby
I did
started
not
laughing.
He is the most normal ass dad ever, and it's just Darby. That shit was amazing, man. Darby, man, he's genuinely one of my favorites in the business, man.
Dude, he's such like Jeff Hardy, bro. Like he reminds me so hard of Jeff. Like, um, some people in wrestling, like Jeff, like they don't need to even try. Like they don't need to
No,
try and have like this like overabundance of charisma about them. It just comes to them. Like it's just a
exactly.
natural charisma that just draws people towards you.
Like you said in that fucking little vignette, he just says it all casually. Just yeah, this is my house. I used to, jump cars off of.
And
Like
then it just
what?
fucking shows him just flying over his house in an SUV into a fucking trailer. Like, dude, what the fuck? Like, and then he
That
goes,
shit was
yeah. And then he shows that, and then he goes, oh, yeah. And this is my dad. And then he just starts fucking laughing because his dad's just fucking standing there, just all normal. So he says this is the house and obviously it's all fixed up now, and this is a big ass skate park. And he proceeds to show us that his whole house, the whole backyard, is just has an abundance of skateboard ramps. This man, Darby,
that shit's hilarious, man. I love, dude. That man, he's a fucking gem, man. You gotta
he
love the
is.
guy.
He is. Darby Allen is fantastic. He's fantastic, man. So he talked about how the style of the style outside of the ring plays into his style in the ring, and then you knew it was coming. We're getting a legend for all of them. And Darby's legend was Sting.
And
It continued to show clips of Darby getting his mom in some sort of car and fucking jumping ramps with her. What
like,
goes on in this man's household, bruh?
like, just hey mom, you want to go jump the car? Yeah, all right.
And then
What?
and then it also shows clips of him doing a backflip on a tricycle. Uh,
Fucking.
I, I don't even know. I don't even know. So Sting says that Darby Allin just has a natural connection to the audience, similar to how a young Sting did, and a young Sting became the world heavyweight champion, and so will a young Darby Allin. He was also holding his dog while he was walking around the skate park. Fucking Darby, bro.
Love it, man. That man is amazing, man. Although it probably won't happen yet, and although it's kind of obvious it's going to be Adam Cole that takes it from MJF, man,
I wish it was
I want
Darby.
it to be Darby. I want it to be Darby so much. It fits, especially MJF too. It just fits so perfectly.
Yes, it really does. It really does, man. So Darby Allin is incredible, and like I said, man, this man reminds me so much of Jeff. Like he just has that aura about him, and he just has that natural charisma that just draws people to him and just makes him very likable. Um, and then Sting being in there, bro. Sting is one of the goats, man. So seeing Sting in any capacity is pretty fucking cool, man. So and hearing him
Oh,
talk
hell
about Darby, you do feel, and that's one thing I love about Darby Allin too, is the pairing of him and Sting comes off as so genuine. It's
yeah.
insane, and I love it. I love it to death, man.
I really do, man. I really do. That shit's just ended up working so well.
Definitely. Like, dude, could you imagine? Could you imagine Darby Allin winning the World Heavyweight Championship on the same night Sting wrestles his retirement match and Darby Allin comes out and lets him hold up the championship?
That shit would just be pure fire, man. That
Dude,
would be beautiful.
like, oh my God, bro. Like, oh, that'd be so sick. That would be so sick, man. We get a match with Julia Hart and Anna Jay. We get a match with Julia Hart and Anna Jay. It honestly wasn't the worst thing ever. It was okay though. It wasn't nothing too bad, man. Julia Hart submitted her. And yeah, so that was that.
Eh, I gotta say, man, I was a big doubter when Julie Hart was looking to join the House of Black Men. And she proved me wrong, man.
She's
She
been
is
great.
so perfect in that role. I was so wrong. I thought she was not gonna work in that, and she's amazing in that role.
Yeah, she's been amazing. She's been fantastic. I wasn't really sure how it was gonna work either. Um, but I mean, after her joining the group, I'm kind of glad it wasn't Abaddon. Abaddon seemed a little too predictable.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. This was a really nice surprise that it worked.
Definitely, definitely, man. And speaking of the house, the next match was the House of Black versus Best Friends and Bandito in a house rules match. Okay, so they wrestled in the dark. So there's to all you AEW fans who used to make fun of the red lighting. What do you have to say about this?
We got
Um,
your own version of it.
so, so, so there's that. 20-second countouts. DQ is optional for the opponents, and the House of Black have custom trios championships. They are silver instead of gold, with House of
Hmm.
Black side plates. I dig them.
Oh, they're fucking sick, man. I
I
really
dig them.
like the way they look.
hmm The only thing is, I wish AEW was consistent with custom championships because they do them for some people, but they don't do them for others.
Yeah, like Dude, they gotta kind of reveal them more when someone does it. Like, yeah, I made this for us, or some line that lets us know that they made a custom championship for themselves.
Definitely. Like, Miro got a custom TNT championship. Sammy didn't. Scorpio Sky did. Cody didn't. Wardlow didn't. So why do some people get it and some people don't? It doesn't make any
Like,
sense.
I really don't get why they can't explain it to us.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Definitely, man. So the House of Black pick up the victory here, bro. Obviously, nobody is fucking, especially not the best friends and Bandito, going to take down the house. They are going to continue to be champs, hopefully, for a very long time. Um, we can hope. But
I,
after this, we did get another person going into Tony Khan's office. Thunder Rosa.
yeah,
She walked up and Renee said, "Thunder Rosa, what are you doing here?" And she said, "Tonight seems like a good night to go talk to Poppy Khan." Poppy Khan.
Poppy Con,
I never would have imagined somebody calling him that.
Poppy Con.
Poppy Khan. That is just absolutely hilarious as she
I
walks in his
mean,
office.
fucking TK, man, or should I say PK, Poppy
PK?
Con.
Poppy Khan.
Good
Oh,
lord, amazing.
golly. After this, we got Jungle Boy's vignettes. And his legend was Christian.
I love
Hilarious.
it, man. I really like the fat. I like that detail, man.
Me too. Me too, man. He talked about how it's crazy that his dream of becoming a professional wrestler, he's living it out now. Dude, going back and seeing old clips of him when he first started AEW, this man's growth in terms of like him bulking up is very underrated. He got a lot bigger from where he first started in AEW.
He really did, man. That shit's insane. He first came in by never talking. That was his thing. He never talked. And he was just like skinny and small, and it's crazy. It's man, that shit's hilarious.
Yeah.
Or not hilarious. It's amazing, man. It's an amazing journey. What was hilarious is I did not think he would be living the gimmick that hard with that backyard, bro. It really looks like a jungle.
His backyard looks like a jungle and he has a wrestling ring in it.
Like, I did not expect that backyard to just be a jungle. He could really live in the gimmick, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, he talked about how he has a wrestling ring in his backyard, so he's always training. Christian Cage then said, out of all the four pillars, um, I seen the most in Jack Perry, and I still stand by that.
I like that, man. I like
All
that a lot.
all he has to do is get his head out of his ass, and and he'll be a world champion.
Oh, man. I
This
fucking
man,
love it, man.
this man is absolutely hilarious, bro. All he has to do, he's gonna be great. All he has to do is get his head out of his ass, and he's gonna be a world champion, bro. Fucking
Fucking
Christian, dude.
amazing. It's hilarious, man. It's pure fire, man. I like the way they did that a lot.
Yes, and I like how he said, I stand by him, I stand by him being the most talented of the pillars.
Yeah, I like that, man. I like that a lot.
Me
He
too.
was with him for a reason, man. Because
Hmm.
he thought he was the best, man. Even though he, you know, apparently his mom raised a piece of shit in his words.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. Orange Cassidy was watching the House Rules match, and he was taken out backstage. And when they went back, Kyle Fletcher of Aussie Open was holding the International Championship and I believe the IWGP Tag Team Championships. As congrats to them, they won them a minute ago. But Aussie
Mm,
Open is the heavyweight tag team champions in New Japan. So,
that's really sick, man. I like
so
that a lot.
definitely, man, they're one of the best. They're one of the best up and coming tag teams on the planet. So, um, look out for them. And Aussie Open, or Kyle Fletcher, rather, was standing above Orange Cassidy, and he looked in the camera and he said, "Aussie, Aussie, Aussie," and that was that. So I'm assuming we'll be getting that on a wonderful episode of Rampage soon. So
Oh, you know it.
after this, we got a vignette with Jay White and Ricky Starks as they will be challenging each other next week in a match. What the fuck are you doing with Jay White, and why is he not on the pay-per-view?
Dude, I have no clue. I feel like they're gonna put him in like a tag team match or something at the pay-per-view if he does get on it.
I could see
I don't even
that,
know.
like
I don't
Starks
know.
and Spears or something.
I could easily see something like that, man, and I am dreading it.
Yeah, that would be abysmal.
Mm.
So yeah, man, that was that. As the main event then got started, the steel cage match with John Moxley and Kenny Omega. He came out with Danielson in his corner. As man, they just wear so much merch that is not on sale. Like you were saying last week, it is insane.
It's fucking crazy, man. They got the bomber jacket, that Blackpool wrestling hoodie, the
Then
all the
there's a
B
Be Real.
like what? Like release this shit, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I want to buy it. The fuck? Like I don't get it, man. I don't get what they've been doing with that.
Yes, I love I love how I love their Blackpool wrestling hoodie. It's like it gives it the vibe that it's like an actual like sports club.
Yeah, that shit's sick, man. I love that one.
Hmm. Yeah, like you know how you see like for example like Chicago shirts that say like Chicago basketball or Bulls basketball or some shit like that. Like it gives those kind of vibes.
It does, man. It does. I like in that old that like old school font, like that
Hmm.
old school ROH logo, man.
Yeah.
That shit,
Yep.
I like it a lot.
It's very good. Very good, man. Um, Kenny and Mox start brawling outside of the ring. The BCC comes down, and then the Young Bucks come down. Claudio catches Matt Jackson's leg, and Nick Jackson just hits him with a super kick anyway. And then they start beating up Wheeler Yuta. He ran into a super kick. And these guys weren't even in the cage yet.
This shit was crazy, man.
As the Bucks went towards Danielson, but he didn't really do nothing because he was sitting at the commentary desk. Um, as these two started fighting in what was a very good main event here on AEW Dynamite. There was shards of glass. The rope was broken. John Moxley was bleeding. It's like
Shocker.
not shocking at all. Um, the top rope was broken, man. I mean, it was nuts in there. It was nuts in there, bro. As Kenny had Mox up against the cage. Kenny had Mox up against the cage, and he gave him a V trigger through the cage. John Moxley fucking smacked the ground. Kenny Omega didn't smack the ground because his leg was caught in between the cage pole and the ring, which just looked absolutely horrible. And I'm so glad he's okay because that could have been catastrophic. It really could have.
It could have destroyed the man's leg, man, and it did. Thank God, man. But that shit was crazy as hell, man. I was marking out. That main event went crazy, man. Mox and Kenny are two people that are always gonna have a good match against each other, man. That shit has been great. Well, that was number 4, right?
What's
I think that was number 4.
3?
Was it 3?
Because I know they had the unsanctioned, and then the winter is coming. No, you're right. And then they had the barbed wire death, and then
Yeah,
this one. Right. Yeah, you're right.
yeah, that's 4. Dude, these two never miss, man.
No.
And this shit was heat, man. I liked it. And that V trigger out the cage was something I've always wanted to see someone, throw someone or hit someone through the cage, man. And it looked amazing, man. And I'm so glad that Kenny's fucking leg didn't get destroyed on that landing.
Uh-oh. We got new tweets, bro.
Overall,
Happy
I'm
Mother's
reading
Day to all the MILFs from Matt Hardy.
it to this poor man. Oh my god.
I just know his ass punching the air right now. I can't believe I found a random phone on the ground and it was signed into Matt Hardy's Twitter.
I would
At
just have to stare, bro.
at Matt Hardy, me versus you, double or nothing. Feeling like the Undertaker right now. That is fucking absolutely hilarious, bro.
At Jeff Hardy brand, you've always been the inferior brother. God, man.
Oh man. What is going on, dude? That is fucking funny, bro. So, Kenny, Kenny gets Kenny V triggers him to the outside. He V triggers him to the outside. He's laying there for a minute as his leg's hurting. John Moxley gets a screwdriver, puts it in the ring. He goes to hit Kenny with it, and Don hops in from where the cage broke. He grabs the screwdriver from Mox. Kenny gives him a ripcord knee, goes right into the one-winged angel, and he hits him with it on the glass. 1, 2, and this motherfucker, Don Callis, strikes Kenny Omega in the fucking forehead with the screwdriver, as they got the greatest reaction from Bryan Danielson on commentary. It was hilarious. As soon as they seen him, he was just like this. He was just looking just with this huge grin on his face, and he just starts laughing. As, man, I felt so bad for Kenny. I cannot wait to see Being the Elite on Monday, because Kenny, I seen a clip of Kenny backstage with the Bucks, and somebody asked him how he felt, and he said, if I can't trust Don Callis, who can I trust?
Oh,
The
that's about
Hangman. Bro, I love the Elite, man. This story is just a fucking banger.
it's so good, man, because it's the person that's probably gonna show up next is probably gonna be Ibushi, and
Yep.
there's something that's gotta happen between those two too
Mm-hmm.
to get Hangman in that shit. So it's gonna be amazing, man. I love what they're doing with this. That shit with Don was hilarious and crazy.
Unless,
Hmm.
because I could see Hangman going in before Ibushi, and then I could see, something happening with Takeshita that, the Elite, the moment they get the upper hand on the Blackpool Combat Club and the moment everything seems good, Don Callis is going to arrange for Takeshita to turn, on Kenny as well, and then they're all of a sudden they're going to be outnumbered again. And who's a guy that they're all cool with? Not just Kenny, Kota Ibushi. So
Hmm.
I
I,
could see
I would
that.
definitely hope that's the path, but I think it'll be the reverse, to be sadly honest. Even though that's
Mm.
my preferred path, I think it'll be reversed.
Because the thing
Um,
is, the only reason I'm saying that is I don't think they'll keep Hangman off the pay per view. Because I feel like whoever gets introduced next is going to be on the pay per view
and
match.
the match pay-per-view. Yeah, that is true. I would hope so, man. Especially that Hangman was announced for one of their house shows very soon. So,
Mm.
so I could see it being Hangman. I hope it's Hangman. I hope it is, man. But the story's looking great, man. The story's looking great. I love what they've been doing. And
Awesome.
then did you see Don Callis was calling somebody as he left the arena? Who's he calling? Hmm? It's a mystery,
Huh.
man. Especially the fact that we saw I already forgot his name. The one guy from Aussie Open earlier in the show. I could see that one being Will Ospreay.
Kyle
Maybe he's
Who?
calling Will. It could be a possibility, man. Him, Takeshita, somebody, man. He's calling somebody. Hell, what if he's calling Ibushi and Ibushi turns on him too? That shit would be brutal. There's a lot of options here, man. And I can't wait for it to even unfold even further, man. I love what they did with that.
Definitely, man. They did a great job. They did a great job, and just very shocking events of Don Callis turning on Kenny Omega, and it was an awesome thing to see. You knew it was going to happen eventually. You just didn't know when. So it was very cool. It was very cool to see it finally happen, and it was fantastic. It came off great, and Don Callis just looked like a prick. And yeah, man, I think you put him with Takeshita. I think you put him with Takeshita, and you uneven the odds for the Blackpool Combat Club, and I think you got yourself a pretty sick, a pretty epic moment right there with the Golden Elite versus the Blackpool Combat Club and Takeshita.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah, I can't wait.
Blood and
Uh,
guts.
I hope so, man. I really hope so.
Definitely. Definitely, man. So that was the week for AEW Dynamite, bro. A very, very good edition of Dynamite, man. And I really enjoyed it a lot.
I really did, man. It really felt refreshing, man. And I hope with this announcement on Wednesday they could keep it up, man. I
Yeah.
really hope so.
Yeah. Keep the momentum going, man. This is what we need. This is what we need from
It
now on, man. So
it, it really is, man. It really fucking is.
definitely, man. So I don't know, man. What are you guys thinking, bro? You think we should talk about a little bit of NXT level up or what?
Oh hell no. The fuck?
All right, I guess we'll skip this week.
Isn't level up their fucking main event brand?
Yeah, it's what 205 Live got rebranded
Y-
into.
Yeah. But now they don't even have people that's 205 anymore.
Yeah, it's not like it's nothing completely. It's a brand new show pretty much. It just took the time slot.
It just did, man.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. NXT level up. Good
Yeah.
lord.
Edris Enofe is on there, and Malik
Oh,
Blade and Bronco Nima and Lucine Prince. They were on level up this week. What about Dante Chen and Tavion Heights?
dude, who the fuck is coming up with these goddamn names?
What about Wendy Chu? Well, we know Wendy Chu. Yeah,
Oh
that's
yeah,
the first person I know Edris Enofe because of that stupid ass tattoo, but otherwise I've never watched any of his work. Wendy Chu faced Kaylani Jordan. What the
hey,
fuck?
dude, who are these people?
No kidding, bro. No kidding. Um. Okay, man. So SmackDown opened up with the World Heavyweight Championship tournament.
Hey,
The World Heavyweight Championship tournament, man. We have Edge versus Rey Mysterio versus AJ Styles. This was actually a really good match. I really enjoyed this match. It was very fun for what it was. They did a lot of cool spots in here, man, and it was just a really good match, man. Um Edge had, I believe, the sharpshooter locked in on AJ Styles. Rey Mysterio then hit him with the 619 because he like had his face damn near up against the ropes for God knows what reason. And Ray went to jump towards Edge, but I think Edge was a little miscued. I think he was supposed to spear him midair, and he kind of like botched it a little bit. But he speared Ray. AJ then hit him with the phenomenal forearm and won the match. He advanced to the finals for this episode of SmackDown.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah, you love to see it. And he's actually hilarious, Logan. I had no idea Edge got pinned in front of his kid. And it's fucking hilarious. But great match to open the show, man.
Yeah, it was. It was a very good match. And then next up, we got the other triple threat match. We have Sheamus versus Bobby Lashley versus the Now, the A-Town resident, Austin Theory live.
You know what I realized about Austin Theory, man?
You like his theme song?
Not that.
Oh, okay.
I like the guy
Okay.
as a babyface a million times more than I like that guy as a heel. I was watching clips of old babyface the way Austin Theory.
Oh my god,
That guy,
he was hilarious.
like that guy is fucking likable as hell. I would be screaming A-Town down. I would be screaming it. I would be saying it. I'd be saying A-Town down if he was still that vibe. That overall, like, just a funny guy, man. Just a funny, genuine, good baby face, man. I think he's a million times better than as a baby face. I think he is the blandest heel. Not that he is the blandest heel. They gave him the blandest heel character in the world, man. But I like the guy, man. And I would 100% rather like face Austin Theory, man. I think they should turn him face again, man. I really think they should.
That is beautiful.
Cause dude's good when he's a baby face, but dude, this
So,
heel character is garbage, man.
so the only thing about Theory as a babyface, I don't really see him hitting ceilings, or I see him hitting ceilings as a babyface because
Oh yeah,
if they want him to be the Now, then I don't know if he could do that as a babyface because the reason I like him as a babyface, and I'm assuming it's the reason you like him too, is because he was fucking hilarious. He was absolutely hilarious and he had great comedic timing, but I can't see that guy becoming a world champion. The only thing about him as a heel that I will say, because we joke about Austin Theory a lot, but I really do like Austin Theory. When he
he's
first
good.
lost the Money in the Bank, I thought that was fantastic.
He's
But
good.
he never kept that edge. He never
No,
kept that edge to him, and that's where it went a little, not completely wrong, but a little wrong for me.
yeah, but this character is still better than Sophie Theory a million times
Oh my
over.
god, that was ass. That was
But
really ass.
but like he kind of got his confidence back, but he's still angry a little bit, and just doesn't work, man. He's just as a heel right now, he's just got to be pissed. If he's not fucking
Mhm.
angry, he's just there. That's all. He's just at that point, he is at a ceiling to me because he's not that interesting as just a heel.
No,
He is a ceiling.
no, yeah, I definitely, I completely understand your point. Um, the thing is though, is he like the whole reason I think it worked with him, the whole reason I really like when he first lost the Money in the Bank, is because his character was driven off of failure. That is mad relatable for just people in general. Um,
Exactly.
that is mad relatable, and I think that could have made him a very good heel. But I mean, he kind of got his cockiness back, and it kind of just like kind of messed things up a little bit. It kind of derailed it a little bit. But I miss that original, fresh off the Money in the Bank loss. Austin Theory as a heel. I think when he's just straight, just mad and just has the biggest chip on his shoulder, I think that's when he works the best for me.
Definitely, man. Definitely. That angry theory, the chip on his shoulder was so good, man. I actually liked him.
Very
But
good.
I don't care for cocky theory, man. He just don't got it like that, bro.
Yeah,
Like LA Knight, he got it like that.
that man.
Austin Theory, he just don't got it like that, bro. It's just
Hmm.
how it is, bro. He's got it, just not that. And that's what he is. That's why I'm not a big fan of the guy right now.
Yeah, and if you want to be cocky but win,
Yeah,
your match is clean, sure. But a lot of the
exactly.
times, like, think about how he won the U.S. Championship. It was literally, I think Bobby Lashley hit a spear or Seth hit a curb stomp, and I remember him throwing somebody out of the ring and stealing the pin, I think. It's like, dude, like, or like with John Cena, like, you tapped out, bro. Like, how are
Like,
you cocky when you know you lost the match? It doesn't bode well. It really doesn't.
it's the same way every time Roman holds up those titles, I feel nothing because he never, in my eyes, never officially defended them without cheating. So you're not the fucking champ, bro. Your group is.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's just a
that's,
groupie at that point.
yeah.
But Austin Theory, man,
Chicago
with the
Phil,
right
man.
character, I mean, the man is great.
Definitely. Definitely, bro. So, really, they fixed
Wow.
problems. What problems were you constantly complaining about? I would
Like
like
they
to know
saw
what
what
they
we
fixed. Maybe they did, bro. Maybe they did. So, um, Bobby Lashley picked up the victory here in this. Sheamus hit Theory with a brogue kick, and Bobby Lashley hit he either threw Sheamus out the ring or he hit him with a spear, and stole the pin, and won. Won the triple threat match. He won the triple threat match. So in the main event, it is Bobby Lashley versus AJ Styles. I do not think we ever seen that actually. Have we seen that in
I
WWE? Because if we have, I do not remember that.
I don't think so. It was probably a TNA match at some point. We could ask
Oh, I'm
Logan that
assuming.
question. I am completely assuming it was a TNA match at one point. For WWE, I have no clue, man, but I like that a lot.
Let's see. Oh, they Bobby Lashley versus AJ Styles for the U.S. title, August 15th,
Uh,
2022. So it was last
Wow.
year. I do not remember that.
Cool. I have no memory of that. Good lord.
Interesting. Interesting. Obviously that was on Bobby Lashley's U.S. title run, which was a very enjoyable run. Um, if I do say so myself. But that was that. Um, Cameron Grimes. Cameron Grimes then had his SmackDown debut. He had his SmackDown debut match. He had a SmackDown debut match here against Baron Corbin, as Baron Corbin was calling him Mr. Irrelevant for being drafted last. I guess that's the nickname people who get drafted last get called. So I guess Cameron Grimes was Mr. Irrelevant, even though that's completely ironic coming from Baron Corbin.
Yep.
So Corbin says he got on the mic before the match and he said, in about 2 minutes, you're going to be laying flat on your back after I beat you. And match started. Grimes hit the cave in and Baron Corbin lost.
God damn, man. Corbin. Oh, yeah. Corbin wasn't drafted.
Yep.
Man, okay. Fucking Corbin, man.
Yeah.
Um, goddamn, I missed it with Corbin. But great,
Yep.
great, great showcase for Cameron Grimes, man. I'm glad he's on the fucking main roster finally.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, it was really cool seeing him get a quick victory, and the downward slope of Baron Corbin continues. I don't know where they're going with this, but they need to hurry up and make this man the lone wolf. I understand everybody can't get pushed at once, But I mean, this dude just going around collecting losses. I mean, you don't want it to get too bad to the point where if he does revert back to it, he's just going to be so fucking irrelevant. I mean, speaking of Mr. Irrelevant, it's going to be him if they don't at least just start teasing it, you know?
Yeah, it's leave, man. Dude's just been a loser.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I get you want him on a losing streak, but again, you don't want this to lose too much. You don't want him to lose too much momentum to the point where it just completely derails his career. But yeah, man, yeah, that was, and Cameron Grimes kept saying that. He said that to him last week. He said, I would rather be Mr. Irrelevant than undrafted.
Damn. That shit crazy, man. God damn.
Dude.
God,
Dude, Morrow on SmackDown was a vibe, bro. Oh my god. Not to mention, dude, his theme song. Man, what a run.
That shit was classic, man. That shit was pure classic.
It really was. Grayson Waller made his debut backstage with Adam Pearce. He said to Adam Pearce, "Can I interview the winner of Bobby Lashley versus AJ Styles next week on the premiere of the Grayson Waller Effect?" Adam Pearce said okay, as Grayson Waller will be interviewing Bobby Lashley or AJ Styles, which obviously ended up being AJ Styles, but I guess that goes to prove Boozer666 wrong on Twitter, because he said that Grayson Waller was going to interview the first World Heavyweight Champion. So...
And I don't think it's going to be AJ Styles, man, so...
Don't think it will be AJ either.
No, not at all, man, but setting up that feud, I guess, why not?
Definitely, man. So yeah, and then later in the show, we also did get the debut in a backstage segment of Pretty Deadly. They were taunting the Brawling Brute and challenged them to a match for next week. So we're gonna see the debut of Kit Wilson and Elton Prince next week. So
Nice
should
to
be
see
pretty
that.
sick.
Hell yeah.
Liv Morgan and Raquel Gonzalez defeat Damage Control. Who would have guessed?
God
The
damn, man.
Bloodline. The Bloodline, man. Man, I love this group. Whew. Bro, Roman Reigns is here on SmackDown. He is at work this week. He's here. He's here with Paul Heyman, the Usos, and Solo Sikoa, man. They all come out and make their entrance. Roman immediately says, he talks about representing the family. He talks about holding it down. And he says he needs to give props to what happened at Backlash to Solo Sikoa. He goes over by Solo. He says, see, me and you are always holding it down for the family. We're always representing. You take care of problems. We had a Riddle problem, and you solved it. Solo said, what about the Sammy and Kevin problem? Roman said, see, I like that about you. You're always thinking about you're always thinking about the next problem. You're always trying to figure out how to resolve problems. He says, I'm glad you asked that, because Sammy and Kevin aren't the problem. He says, your brothers are the problem. He looks over at Jimmy and Jay, and Jay's just standing there, and Jimmy's just standing there as well. Roman goes over by them, and he says, so did you guys just think we weren't going to talk about you losing the tag team championships at WrestleMania? Bro,
Right.
fucking man, I we'll get to it, man. So Roman says, "Do you guys think that we aren't? Did you guys think we weren't going to talk about that?" So he tells them. He says, those championships should have came back home to the Bloodline a couple weeks ago when you guys challenged in your rematch for the tag team championships and you lost. And then he says, and then you had the audacity to put my name, a singles wrestler, I'm not even in a tag team, and you had the audacity to stamp my name to that match and you lost? Okay, guys, apologize about that. So, yes, where was I? So Roman says to them, I'm not even a tag team guy. I'm a singles wrestler. Why would you ever dedicate that to me, especially when you guys lost? He said, I want you guys to apologize. You need to apologize for that. He says, I don't want to hear another word out of each of your mouths until it is, I'm sorry or I apologize, my tribal chief. Jimmy just continues to laugh and make fun of the situation, and Roman just looks at him. Roman says, oh, is this funny to you? Is something funny to you? Do you think we're shooting a commercial again? Am I just some clown to you? He fucking muffs Jimmy in his face. He muffs him as instantly Jimmy's face just instantly just went stone faced, and he was just instantly pissed. And then Roman's telling him, what are you going to do something? Are you going to do something? And right as Jimmy goes to go after Roman, Jay steps in between and he says, man, we apologize. Okay. I think we're back again. Okay. So Roman so he says he's sorry. Or Jay says he's sorry. Roman then says, you know what? Since you guys aren't going to do it, I actually came here with a game plan tonight. Wise man, do you want to tell him? He says, at Night of Champions, it is going to be Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens defending the tag team championships against, as Jay has his back turned to Roman, and he's hyping himself up with Jimmy like they're about to go after the belts again. Heyman says Solo, and Jay just instantly just whips around and just fucking stares at both of them like, what? Solo and Roman Reigns. This was right after Roman Reigns just said he's not a tag team guy. I guess that just goes to show his faith in the Usos. And he is also not defending his championship on the day 1000.
Dude, it's so 50-50 because I like what they're doing with him. Doing a shot at the tag titles. That's a cool dynamic to that.
Yeah.
But at this pay-per-view, really? You could,
Yes. You couldn't have just
like,
waited
why?
one more pay-per-view for this?
You couldn't wait one more pay-per-view for this?
Granted,
I
it's better than Omos, but still.
Times, but still, brother, what? To be honest, I'd rather him face Omos. At least he's defending his title on the day of his 1000th day at a show called Night of Champions.
Yep.
Like, bruh,
Yep.
like, I like the match. It shouldn't be happening right this second. It should not.
No, definitely. But you know what? I will say, after this, Solo, Roman, and Paul leave the ring, and the Usos just stayed in the ring. Bro, man, over the past couple of months, I have genuinely blossomed to just have a great just respect and admiration for all the little details that this group puts into what they do. And this group reeks of something just like how it played out with John Cena, of something that a lot of people hate it in the moment, but people are going to fucking miss it when it's gone. Bro, yes, this is definitely one thing I know for a fact we don't see eye to eye on, and that's okay. But man, I've just grown I gotta be honest, bro. I have just grown a very different appreciation for, and I respect how you feel, and it's valid. But personally, I have just grown a different immense of respect for this group and everything they've done, and everything they continue to do. It's just, in my opinion, it's just been fucking fantastic, bro. It's been fucking fantastic, and it's something that it's so easy to hate because there is blaring problems. And you know, I'll be the first to admit each and every fucking single one of them. I just brought up 2 of them, but man, I've just been loving this group, bro. I've been loving this group. This has been awesome. It has.
Oh, I definitely agree with you when it comes to the group itself. But when it comes to the title, complete opposite.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so funny how at the same time there's just 2 opposite sides to it. The group itself, love it. I'll miss it when it's over. The title reign is quite the reverse, man. It's alright now. I don't even care at this point. But in the long run, what they did with that title did a million more harmful things than it ever did good, man. So it's really funny. Like, I definitely agree with you when it comes to the group itself and the stories they've told. But overall, man, when it comes to that title reign that dude is having, it's quite the opposite, man, for me, man. But
Yeah.
love the group. The storyline has been amazing, man. And I actually do really like the tag match that they've created for the story. It's just at the wrong pay-per-view, man.
Oh,
It's just
100%.
they
100%.
just did the wrong pay-per-view.
So, for the title reign, I did not like the title reign from probably after Fastlane 2021 up until like December of 2022. So for the better part of a year and a half, I did not enjoy any of it because it was just this guy running through fucking everybody. But once they added this the Sami Zayn stuff, it just got a whole much more enjoyable for me. Now, what about the championship situation itself, it's fucked. It is absolutely fucked, but it's something that's not going, I've said it a million times over,
Yeah,
it's not going to fucking change until he gets the championships off of him. So it's kind of just something, I mean,
it's just another year of
it
this, man. And that's the thing that gets me. I know it's going to be at least till SummerSlam. I'll give you that one, Logan. But most likely till Mania of just pointless. Everything we see on SmackDown is pointless, man.
so
So it's just another one of those things.
yeah, so that's the one thing I do have to agree with you on, though, is if you were gonna make the importance about Roman and his family, again, you should have took the titles off of him, because it doesn't feel like it's about the championships. Like, the championships feel like a bit of a
Second,
prop at this point.
they're just literally at the night he gets 1,000 days. He's gonna be challenging for the tag titles. This moment would have been so much better if he wasn't double champ.
Mm-hmm.
It would be a million times better.
Yeah, but yeah, I definitely agree with that. I think if they want to make this last year really memorable, you got a lot of people on SmackDown that he hasn't faced, and he could beat them. Just
Yeah,
make it interesting,
legit. Please,
you know?
please just make it legit, man.
Yep, yep. Because a lot of the things they did with him earlier this year, well, I mean, earlier this year is really when he started, defending the titles on a constant basis, or at least a Roman Reigns constant basis again, were legit. Kevin Owens, that was legit. The story was building with Sammy. His next title reign was against, or title defense was against Sammy. That was fucking as legit as they get. Cody, another one, as legit as they get. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
they need to make these things consistently legit. It cannot be how it was in 2021, where it's like, yeah, we're throwing big names at him, but he's just going to
Just
beat him
moving
anyway.
forward,
Um,
exactly.
and honestly, the names he has lined up, he's obviously running through all of them. None of them are real contenders, but at least try to make it a little interesting and make it about the titles.
Exactly, man. Exactly.
That's just my gripe with this, man. But as far as the group, as far as Roman, I think Roman's on another level. I've told you guys this before. I think by the time this is all said and done, this man will be one of the all-time greats. The Usos are on my top 3 tag teams of all time. Everybody knows how I feel about them. Paul Heyman's a GOAT. Fucking Solo Sikoa is just a star in the making.
He is, man.
The group is just, and the story they're telling is just immaculate. I mean, it's truly just amazing. It's incredible, and I've really I've really got a lot of the sour taste out of my mouth with this group. I
Mm,
really have. I really have. There is still blaring problems, and trust me, I'll be the first one to tell you most of them. But there's still blaring problems like we just talked about with these championships, bro. But I mean, as far as just the group itself, um I've been loving it, man, and I've just had a different appreciation, man. It's all the little things, man. They nail them home, bro. They really do.
they do, man. They do. The overall story is great, man.
Uh, speaking of speaking of not nailing things home, we have a Bianca Belair cha- championship celebration. Dude, if we want to talk about problems with championships, she's having a championship celebration for the Raw Women's title on SmackDown.
Was, was it like they literally haven't brought that up at all on TV.
Nothing.
Not even a hint about how it's gonna. They're just on TV with the other title, and they haven't said a word about it. Like what?
The only. Another thing I could see Triple H doing if he wants to introduce all new title designs is just give them 2 belts that look nothing alike. Give Rhea a new belt and give
Mhm.
Bianca a new belt, and neither of them look anything alike.
That's what I was gonna say. I don't. At this point, I don't even think they're gonna do a title swap segment because they haven't even mentioned having each other's titles on TV yet.
Mm-hmm.
It's been like 3 weeks after the draft at this point.
Yep.
But um, I could just see them renaming the titles, giving them a new design, and just having those, reigns carry over to these new ones so they're not brand specific. I think that's just what they're gonna do. They're just gonna find a way to make them not brand specific.
I would rather that than a title swap, to be honest with you.
To be honest, at this point, ain't if you're just gonna put branded titles in the draft anyway, don't make them branded titles.
Yep.
Just have it like their own name.
Yep.
Have the women's world title and the women's heavyweight title. Who the fuck cares?
Mm-hmm. The women's featherweight title.
Featherweight title? Oh, God.
The women's cruiserweight title. Um, yeah, definitely. I mean, at this point, bro, I'd rather that than a title swap, and then we get two titles that don't look just like the World Heavyweight Championship. I'm down with it.
Exactly, man. Exactly. Even though
Definitely.
they might go the cheap route, make one kind of still look like the current world title, and then just do one that looks like that new heavyweight world title, but
Hmm.
just white strap.
Oh my god. Yeah, that would be WWE's response. It really is the most WWE thing ever.
And just look at the title, man. Just how can we make some for the women? Just take the hat, make the strap white, man. That's all you got to do. Although the white straps do hit for the women, but
Yes,
it should be
absolutely.
a different design overall.
Absolutely. Yeah. And mm, man, I just miss that fucking white strap on the IC title so much. Completely off topic, but
I really do.
man.
It looks so good, man. I miss that title.
Even though the thing is, it's amazing what a good champ could do for even the look of a title. And when I say that, I'm saying when I see Gunther defending the IC title, when I used to look at that title, I used to think, God, that is fucking hideous. Now, when I see this man put it on a banger, I'm like, man, it's still hideous, but this man is
I
doing
don't
right
care.
by that championship.
Exactly, man. Exactly. I just get that mental picture of him with that old one in my head, and
Oh, bro.
that's how it feels. And that's what matters. It feels like he has that old one, and
Mm-hmm.
that's what you want to see, man.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I want to see the fucking old one too, man. Or, dude, even that tent got globes on it. Color the globes blue. Put it on a white strap, man. At this point, because they're not going to change the design. We know that.
Mm-hmm.
Just edit the look a little bit.
Yep.
That's all you got to do.
Yep. Just go into Photoshop and do a little color correction. So anyway, Bianca Belair comes out to the ring, skipping and hopping and flopping around, fucking waving her hair everywhere. She's in the ring, fireworks are going off, she's holding up the championship. She doesn't say one fucking word. Asuka comes out, clearly holding her mouth shut like this, so the mist doesn't come flying out. She gets in the ring, she shakes Bianca's hand, and she missed her in the face. And Bianca Belair was absolutely overselling the living shit out of this.
Dude, that backstage segment where she was fucking freaking out on the fucking. Oh, I hated that.
Like, dude, you've never, like, I know damn well you've been misted by Asuka before, bro. It is not that serious.
It
And the
is not that fucking serious.
and the worst part was they're trying to give her a towel with water on it, and she's throwing away the towel, but she continues to jump and scream. Dog, if it
Like,
hurts
lady,
that bad, wash your fucking face off. Bro.
I don't get it, man. I don't get it. You know, maybe if she wants it to hurt a little more, Oscar can replace the mist with McDonald's Sprite and really burn their fucking face.
Oh my god. Does does McDonald's Sprite burn?
Oh, bro, you ever had McDonald's Sprite?
I don't. It's been a minute.
That shit like acid, bro. That shit's great. It's amazing. But that shit's intense, bro. That's some
I love
intense
me
ass
some
Sprite.
McDonald's Coke, but I know Tony Khan does too. But
Like all the Coke, man. But
dude, I'm
Coke
telling you,
on.
Coca Con. Bro.
Oh, man.
So yeah, that was that. It was the most pointless segment ever. She came out there, held up her title, fireworks went off like she's fucking Jeff Hardy in '08, not. And Asuka came out and missed her, and that was it. What the fuck?
Good Lord, man. Good fucking Lord.
So that was that. That was that, man. As In the main event, we seen Bobby Lashley. Also, when Bobby Lashley was walking through the hallways, there was like a skull behind him in the hallway, and a lot of people thought that was a reference to Bray Wyatt. So
I can see
maybe
it.
he's going back to SmackDown. Could be interesting.
I can very well see it.
So Bobby Lashley and AJ Styles were in the main event. Bobby Lashley got rebusted open from Austin Theory throwing him into the barricade later in their first triple threat match of the night. So he re-aggravated his cut. He was bleeding all over the place again. AJ Styles picked up the victory here, man, and what was obviously wasn't your fastest paced match ever. So AEW fans would have absolutely hated this match because they don't know what psychology is. But
Oh God, no!
they're
Staying at the match 24/7, boys.
oh no,
Is
you cannot work a body part in front of AEW fans, bro.
oh God, dude.
They think it's the most
Imagine,
boring thing ever.
dude. Imagine if Orton was in that fucking company.
Oh, they would have hated him. Remember when he
They would,
teased going to AEW?
and I would have loved it too.
I would have been pretty sick.
Rated RKO. That shit would have been hard. In fucking not rated RKO. What the fuck? FTRKO and fucking an AEW. That shit would be
Oh,
heat. That shit would be
dude,
pure heat.
that would have went so hard. And then Chicago Phil could have came and replaced him, bro.
Fuck, fucking medical bill Phil, man.
Randy Orton actually would have went pretty hard in AEW, to be honest. But
I don't really like
and he does want to work with that Sammy Guerrero, that Sammy Guevara.
Sammy Guevara.
So yeah, it would have been pretty hard, bro. It would have been pretty hard.
That
But
shit would have been hard. No.
well, they couldn't be with Orton too long because Shane McMahon seen the next four horsemen in him, FTR, and Drew McIntyre. That gave Shane four horsemen vibes.
It's giving me Sword Horseman vibes. Just okay.
Even Dax said he's like, I was just looking at him like, okay. That is fucking hilarious, bro.
Just okay. That fucking water, man.
Fucking Shane, bro. That man is a gem. Yeah. So obviously, all jokes aside, well, for some AEW fans, that probably isn't a joke, but so yeah, I mean, it wasn't your fastest paced match ever, but I mean, it was very good for what it was. Bobby Lashley and AJ Styles. AJ Styles picked up the victory with the phenomenal forearm, man, and the finals are Seth freaking Rollins versus AJ Styles in Saudi Arabia, man. And afterwards, the OC came out. I really wish they would rebrand their colors to blue. Red just isn't AJ's color.
It's not, man. It's not. I think they will. Because I saw Mia Yim post a picture about her and she was in all blue and it was like SmackDown is my home or whatever the fuck she said. I don't fucking know. I bring blue AJ Styles back, man. I need it.
Definitely,
Them light
bro.
blue. Oh man, that shit was the heat. That shit was heated.
Absolutely, absolutely, man. Yeah, AJ Styles in red just, I don't know, doesn't hit the same.
No, that ain't his color, bro.
Mm-mm. And his Trons are still blue too, so it doesn't make much sense at all. But yeah, man. But that was
Speaking of AJ though, did you hear that piece of news? We'll talk about it on next Friday, obviously, but a lot of people might get their theme song changed. Like most of the people with CFO songs.
Oh no.
Yeah. I think something happened with the licensing and like damn near everybody is gonna get a new theme song.
Dude, could you imagine AJ
There's,
without They Don't Want None.
I think, or they'll go the cheap way and just remix it.
Oh
I
yeah, they'll have
I
somebody
saw
else
that.
do the lyrics. Ah,
I don't know. God, they're gonna get AJ to do it. Oh, they don't want none. They don't
with some
want
Southern
none.
boys with the farmer strength.
I fucking love that, man. But yeah, there's something in the news about the theme songs that are damn near everybody in that company is gonna get a new theme song. I think.
Fuck, who else has a CFO song? Oh, we're gonna get some
Uh,
shitty Glorious Domination remix.
you know it.
Nakamura as well.
Yeah, those are the ones I'm scared of, man. The AJ and the Nakamura's. Oh, that's gonna be bad.
Who did you say just now?
AJ and Nakamura?
Before that, you were mentioning somebody.
What did I just say? Damn. God, my memory's horrible.
Me too.
Asuka?
Yes. No, hers is a remix. Hers is a Def Rebel remix because
Oh, okay. Oh,
she doesn't come out to um her old NXT one.
yeah, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Um
Damn,
who
what
else?
did I say?
Dude, AJ and Nakamura are fucking scary. I'm trying to think of bigger name. Oh, Drew McIntyre. Dude, just give him Broken
McIntyre.
Dreams. I was thinking about that
At this
today.
point, if I was him, he might just be saving broken dreams for leaving at this point.
Yeah, well,
If I was him and if I was leaving, might as well.
I think WWE still has the rights to it because they used it at Clash, unless they just used it for a one-off.
It could be a one-off, and they might only own the WWE version. He
Because there
might
is
still
that
be
other
able to use
version.
the and I like the other version more personally, if I'm being honest. I think that one hits better.
Hmm.
But that's just my opinion, man. But
Yeah.
dude, that's scary for a lot of people.
Oh yeah, that is just thinking about it, man. Huh. The Usos as well. I wonder if
Usos,
it's
Cody.
different because they sing it.
Maybe it's if it's themselves singing it, they might be safe. But oh man, AJ doesn't sing his. Nobody sings Nakamura's. Oh man, I'm scared for that shit.
Why did they get rid of CFO, bro? Like, what the fuck?
Really, in the first place, dog. Like, should have just kept them.
Fucking Def
I
Rebel.
don't get it.
You fucking
Fucking
suck,
idiot.
man.
They really do.
Yeah, man. So, with that, that is, well, to address this last comment, it's not like I don't like seeing AJ in red ever, but like red being like his primary color, mm-mm.
Not it for me, man. I like that light blue.
And it is not just a color. Could you imagine the Undisputed Era in any other color but fucking
Wait,
yellow?
of that golden yellow. I can't. You can't. It's impossible, man.
Like imagine the
Even
Undisputed
when they.
wearing blue.
Oh, that'd be gross.
Even the one year they
Like,
did the red War Games attires, it just looked weird.
no, man. Yellow is their color, man. Even when they form their AEW version of the group, man, they still gotta use yellow.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. It was
Because even Adam Cole's shirts in AEW are all yellow.
all yellow. Yep.
Like, even he knows. That's his
Hmm.
color, bro.
Yep. Definitely. Definitely, bro. Um, yeah, man. So with that, that is gonna do it, man, for this edition of Notorious Unscripted, man. Thank you guys for joining us on this special Saturday edition of Unscripted, man. Um, eh, they looked all right. It just, I don't know. I don't know.
You talking, you talking about the best you attire. Hit the camo, bro. That shit was good.
Yellow camo, yes.
No, they're worse, though. Remember that
Those
green?
fucking
That
green.
one?
We seen them in the
Ugh,
green. Ugh, that was horrible.
I hate the green was garbage, man. The red was alright. Wasn't my option. It was alright.
Yeah.
But the camo was good.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. So, with that, man, that is going to do it for this edition of the special Saturday edition of Notorious Unscripted, man. This has been another great episode of Unscripted, man, and thank you guys for joining us earlier than a Monday, man. So I appreciate it, man. I appreciate everybody, who was here in chat, Logan. And yeah, thank you to Sir K as well for doing this for me, man. So I appreciate it.
Oh, yeah.
And I hope you guys have a great week, man. We're gonna miss you guys on Monday, but I wish you guys the best during what it should be another episode of Monday Night Raw. So we'll see how this goes, man. But with that is gonna do it for this edition of Notorious Unscripted, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys so very much. Thank you guys, man. We love you guys, and it has been a pleasure, always a pleasure, for my Johnny Mayhem.
And Sir K.
That is going to do it for this edition of the Notorious Heels podcast. Another great edition of Notorious Unscripted. Ladies and gentlemen, please like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you guys on Friday with the news.
Peace.
I used to get pills on the bitch. Now I throw shields on the dick to stop it from that HIV shit. And niggas know they soft like a Twinkie fillin', playing the villain, prepare for the strap killing. Biggie Smalls is the illest. Your style is played out like Arnold when that what you talking about, Willis? The thrill is gone, the black Frank White is here to excite, throw dick to dice. Bitches are like I'm brainless, guns are like I'm stainless steel. I want the fucking fortune like the wheel. I squeeze gats till my clips is empty, don't tempt me. You don't want the fuck with the
I'll be damned if this ain't some shit. Time to spread the butter lyrics over harmony grip. It's the mood killer death trap. Yes, I'm a jet black ninja. Coming where you rest at, surrender. Step inside the ring, use the #1 contender. Looking cold booty like your pussy in December. Nigga, stop bitching, button up your lippin'. From method, all you gettin' is the can of ass whipping. Hey, I be kicking. You son, you doing all the yapping, acting as if it can't happen.